You know, the one that's going to go through all the stations that are currently airing? And lo and behold, there it was. When it went right up that dial to 1490. The email I read had been in error. All along, it was broadcasting on 1490. So I was finally able to come back into the house, tune the radio to the right station, settle in, and hear the wonderful interview. So what was amazing here is that Robin was missing the broadcast, but the broadcast was happening all along, right? Robin wasn't missing it, folks, because she had a bad childhood. Robin wasn't missing it because she wasn't a good person. She wasn't missing it because she didn't deserve to hear it. She was missing it, why?
Tuned into the wrong station.
Right, yes, tuned into the wrong station.
Simple.
She wasn't tuned into the right frequency. And it wouldn't matter how good a person she was or how hard she tried or what words she might have said in that moment. I am a divine child of God. I deserve to hear the station on 760. She could have said that affirmation over and over again, right? She wasn't tuned in to the right frequency. Doesn't matter. All the good deeds she ever could have done in the world would not have mattered. She was never going to get what was broadcasting on 1490 when she tuned into 760. Never, right? I know, now you're saying, but what about the bumblebee principle? All things are possible with God. Well, just stick with me for the sake of this principle, okay? So she's never going to happen. And this is how the energy of the universe works, folks. God's broadcast is happening all the time. And the God Network broadcasts only wealth, only health and vitality, only peace and harmony, only joy, only unconditional love. That's the programming constantly running on God's network. It is always broadcasting. So when I look at my life, if there's any area that I'm not experiencing that which God is broadcasting, it isn't because the universe isn't sending it. It's because why?
Not tuned in.
I'm not tuned in. And what's tuning me out? My
ego.
My life, my thoughts, my feelings, my words, my actions. It's because I'm not receiving it. I'm not tuned in. I'm vibrating at a whole different frequency. And if my frequency is different, then I'm never, ever going to get what's broadcasting from God, from the universe, from that energy, that which I say I want to receive, right? I'm stuck in that energy of lack and unworthiness, believing that I do not deserve, believing that there's not enough, that there's never enough. And if that's the energy that's resonating with my core belief system, if that's what I really believe, that's what I'm going to receive, right? That's what I'm going to receive. I'm never going to receive the broadcast of wealth and sacred abundance. Simply can't happen. So in order to receive this broadcast of wealth, I have to what? Yes. I've got to shift. I've got to raise up my frequency. Go up. I've got to hit that spiritual seek button. Whoosh. Tune in on another station. You know, you'd be surprised at how much time and energy we spend focusing on what we don't want. Yes? Yes. And what we focus on, what we are putting our energy into. And what we're putting our energy into is what we are sending out into the universe. And don't ever forget, the universe is always listening. Basically, the universe, I learned this in another prosperity course. I love this one. It's like a huge genie in one of those bottles, you know? And so when it hears what you put out, it says, your wish is my command. And it's totally objective. It's not sitting there saying, well, why does she wish for illness? Why does she wish for poverty? Just paying attention to what I'm putting all my focus and energy and life into it says, okay, you want this, here it is. I love you this much, I will give you what it is that you wish for and desire. So Robin gives us this magical question. She gives an example. You've gathered together with a group of your friends and you've gotten engaged in a conversation about the current state of affairs. Let's say of the economy. So you're talking about the gas prices. You're talking about how no houses can be sold right now and there's no jobs to be had. Have you ever, does this sound familiar to anybody? And the energy is really building and you're getting into it. The exchanges are going back and forth. Well, Robin's question, the magic check question, when you find yourself in this type of conversation that's filled with so much energy and you're talking about something with great energy and focus and great concentration, whatever the subject may be, ask yourself this question. Do I want more of this in my life? Do I want more of this in my life? Because if you're engaged in a conversation and there's a great energy to it and you're really, really motivated in that conversation, you're sending out a message to the universe of what?
Yeah.
No, I want more of this. This is what I want. Now, are you conscious of that? No, we're not. If we were conscious, that's why coming to places like Unity or any New Thought church or any tradition of the mysteries, it's about waking up. Wake up. That's what you're doing. When you are engaging in these concentrated, intense, energetic conversations about what you don't want, what the universe is hearing and listening to is, this must be what they want. Do you get it? The very thing we've been doing has been defeating us. So Robin says, if you can't stop and say, do I want more of this in my life when you're having that type of conversation? And if the answer is no, what do you need to do?
Stop doing it.
Stop. Disengage immediately. Stop the dialogue. And if the answer is yes, keep on going. What are some really great conversations we could have? How about of your passion, of your creative ideas, of the love of your life, how you love them and how they love you, about anything that you want more of in your life? Can you be passionate about it? Can you be energetic about it? Keep going. The universe is listening. So we can use this energy either way we choose. And like I said, the universe doesn't distinguish. You know, it's such an easy for us to focus on the challenges in our life. Is that not true? To focus on the problem. If I'm experiencing a lack of money, not enough money, I will tend to focus on that fact. I don't have enough money. If we're having a health challenge, we tend to focus on the pain, on the suffering, on the ailment. I mean, I've been guilty of this, and I had to look at it. I had posted a few things on Facebook. Oh, I said, boo-hoo, I feel so sick again today. And then I got all this loving response from people, and then I deleted that. I said, what are you doing? When we were talking about this in our class yesterday, Sacred Abundance, one of the challenges that true students have when they tell people that they're having the appearance of a challenge is that people will then surround them with what? Love.